can attest that I feel so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Hey people, I'm back with another vlog. Right now I'm crossing through the banks of Gulma river. I've taken this road just beyond SUKNA. Well, this is not a road, this is an off-road zone, I would say. The reason why I'm taking this pathway, which is along the banks of Gulma river, is to avoid the traffic of Siliguri. If I take this rough road or the pathway which I'm moving right now, I will be reaching NH10 near Bengal Safari. So I will save a lot of time if I take this road. But what I would say is it had rained one day earlier, and then I knew the road, I knew the river would be big and that would be creating trouble for me, but still I decided to take a chance on the river. And then right now I'm along the banks of River Gulma. So let's see people what happens. To cross the river I had to find the right spot, and then this gentleman out here told me that it's impossible to cross the river from here. So he told me to head down along the banks of the river and try from somewhere down that could be possible. So since this person walks in the river out here only, so I thought it's wise to listen to him, and then I took his words and then I decided to head back down along the banks of the river for some easy spot to cross the river. I listened to his piece of advice and then I come back to the bank again, and then I try to go down the bank of the river. That was the best I could do. Listen to his piece of advice. So this is the second entry point which the gentleman out there was telling me to travel through. And then listening to his piece of advice, I head into the river again, hoping that I would manage to cross. But then again out here also people, I reached to a dead end. You will see those moments out here, and even there is a moment out here where I get stuck and had to apply 4-wheel drive. In the search for the right spot to cross the river, the main part of the river, I would say, all these are small streams of the river which can be crossed easily. These are not a hurdle to me, but somewhere in the mid of the bank there is the main river that I need to cross through, which is a big hurdle to me and which is very deep. So I'm just lost along the banks right now, trying to find a suitable spot for me to cross the river. I know my Scorpio has 4-wheel drive, so in case of emergency I'm going to use my 4-wheel drive. I have no other option than to come out myself and then check the river. People, you can see me just trying to find a shallow part of the river where I can cross through. It's really challenging, and then with your wife and son with you in the Scorpio, it's another challenge because they will always be upset with every decision that you take. So I need to make sure I take the right decision and I keep my wife happy and cross the banks also, people. I realize it cannot be crossed from here. So I try to find another spot. I see a tractor out there and I try to make sure I use the tractor's path. I also notice a biker who crosses the river but he falls on the river. And then I realize, or I take a chance and then I try to reach or follow the track which the biker and the tractor has been using. But to my bad luck, my vehicle gets stuck out here, and luckily 4-wheel drive rescues my vehicle. If it was a normal Scorpio, it was a dead end. Okay, one important rule when you're stuck, people: never try moving ahead. Use a reverse gear, go back. I used my 4-wheel drive and then I reversed back and then I could come ahead. Or else I've been to situations where even using 4-wheel drive I have been stuck, people. So we need to be very, very careful while we are moving along the river banks, people. People, you all can see it's a dead end everywhere, and then I'm really frustrated right now. But still I try to keep on moving, hoping for a solution. We are totally lost along the banks of River Gulma, people. Such a sad situation, and my wife starts getting upset now for my decision. Now it's really getting hard for me to find a solution, people. You can see me just walking along the banks trying to find a suitable spot. A really frustrating part of this journey. I talk with the tractor driver and I check the spot from where the tractor crosses the river. But I've realized that that part of the river is very deep. I drive my vehicle to the place from where the tractor crossed the river. It's very deep. I had seen it personally myself, how the tractor had managed to cross the river. Here you can see me analyzing the river, and let me tell you people, 2 days back when I had crossed the river from this part, my Scorpio was almost half sunk.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Please check the river, they are getting muddy. So even the small streams of the river that were along the banks were getting muddy, which was clearly saying us that it was raining up in the hills, and that was the reason why the river was getting muddy. And now it was time for me to escape from this place as soon as possible, because it was raining somewhere up in the hills, and that was the reason why the river was getting bigger and bigger with the passage of time. The same gentleman decides to help us, and then he crosses the river. We follow him, and then we are managed to cross the main part of the river. We were so lucky that he decided to help us. Such a wonderful gentleman. He just runs ahead of the Scorpio, and then he directs us to the other bank of the river.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
We thank the gentleman for his kindness, and we reward him with a small sum of money. We had crossed the river bank, but we still have one more part of the river which is yet to be crossed. Even this part of the river was getting muddy and it was getting bigger, which was a big concern for us. We wait for the gentleman to cross the river, we inquire him about the depth of the river, and then we decide to cross the river. I will be posting this video on the 21st of October 2024. I used the same route while coming from Namchi to Panighata today. One piece of suggestion from my side: small car users, please do not use this route for at least few days, or if it rains, it is really difficult to cross the river at these times. Love you all, stay safe.